Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at a clip from New York City where basically 3 women get arrested for being the most insane people possible. Now, I've already seen the clip in hand here, so I kind of know what happens, and I just want to say, I don't even know if there's a way you can justify behaving like this. I'm trying to think of all the possible things that really could have happened that could have led to a meltdown like this, that could have led to something like this building up, and overall, I just can't really come to any conclusions on what could possibly upset you so much that you behave this way. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like I've had my fair share of times in restaurants, right? I've had good and bad experiences, but never have I had an experience so bad at pretty much any place I've eaten at that I felt the need to, like, physically assault the employees and, like, trash the restaurant. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm the weird one for not getting so irate at basically minimum wage employees that I feel the need to cause thousands of dollars in property damage, but apparently that's exactly what happened in this situation. So this apparently took place at a restaurant called Bell Fries in New York City. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's like a chain restaurant on the East Coast or something. I have no idea really. But a really important detail I'm gonna add before we even get into this video, it happened at 4 o'clock in the morning, like 4:15 a.m. type stuff. So you already know that the people who are entering this place probably didn't have really any good intentions. People who were just like casually out at 4 in the morning, usually not necessarily the people you want to mess with, not people who are usually very respectable. I know some people get off work real late and stuff like that, but if you're just like wandering around town at 4 o'clock in the morning, usually, you know, that's not a person that you really think highly of most of the time. So we're gonna go ahead and roll the footage here. I'm gonna show you guys what exactly unfolded. This is from an episode of Inside Edition, and I kind of just wanted to show you guys this and let you guys get a good look at this. Then we'll come back and talk about it. So Alright, so one thing I'm gonna note about this whole situation here is there is a crowd of probably 2 to 3 dozen people standing around watching this happen, watching these employees get physically assaulted and attacked, being basically just the biggest pieces of shit imaginable, and nobody stepped in. Now, of course, I get it, right? Like, you know, you're not obligated to step in on behalf of somebody else, but I feel like when there's 3 women throwing glass bottles at people and destroying the entire shop, and there's 3 dozen of you guys that are clearly bigger in stature, at a certain point, you guys don't just kind of look at each other like, maybe we should fucking handle this? I don't know. So I'm sitting here just dumbfounded, really, on how something like this could even happen in the first place. Like, what have you gotten so upset about that you find this necessary to do? You already know for a fact that whatever they're pissed off about is nothing that will ever justify the way that they're behaving. So they jump the counter, they're destroying shit, they're throwing things at the employees, and basically just being menaces to society in the most literal form possible. And all these employees can really do is just record it. Because, I mean, obviously, if the employees put their hands on these people or, like, defend themselves in this situation, they get fired and they get in trouble. So I kind of understand, like, why the employees didn't step in. Which is kind of sad because, in my personal opinion, man, these employees should have the full right to just beat the fuck out of them. I mean, I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion or if, like, I sound crazy for saying that, but in my personal opinion, if you got 3 rowdy-ass customers throwing glass bottles and objects at you trying to cause physical harm, why exactly should it be illegal or like unencouraged for you to lay them the fuck out? You're telling me it wouldn't be the most satisfying thing ever if one of these employees just picked up a fucking, like something off of one of these tables and just cracked one of these bitches right in the jaw and put them to sleep like a nighttime pill? Honestly, if my employees were subject to something like that and they did that, I'd give them a fucking raise. Be like, all right, you're making $12 an hour? All right, never mind, you're making 15 now. I'm not just gonna stand by and watch that happen. I don't know, man. It's a crazy situation, so I understand, I guess, why everyone reacted the way that they did, but I'm just mind blown on what really kind of causes you to act this way in the first place. I don't get it, man, so... not gonna lie, the funniest part about this entire video, even though the situation's not funny, the funniest part about this video is watching all of these women try to jump the counter and just being barely able to do it. Like, this is a 4-foot tall counter, and they're even using their hands to like push themselves up when they jump, and they still can barely clear the counter. These might be the most unathletic criminals in human history. Then you got the one in like the gray outfit that just starts rubbing her ass on the glass panel like a sick dog on the carpet. I don't really know what caused you to do that, but that was one of the weirdest, dumbest things I've ever seen. Just wiping your ass all over the place. Like, once again, you're just some sick dog coughing up on the carpet or something. Like 3 weeks away from getting put down. That was what you thought was like awesome to do in that moment. That was your fucking, I don't know, fire reaction to the situation. Man, here's a piece of glass that probably 250,000 people have coughed on in the last month. Let me rub my asshole all over that, see what happens. See what kind of super virus I can create with that. So this went on unstopped for 2 minutes. Once again, there's a crowd full of men who could have done something about this situation, standing by watching it like a fucking spectator sport, recording it. Actually kind of hyping these women up, making them think they're doing something cool, kind of funny. So I don't really appreciate how the crowd acted in this situation. Kind of some grade A1 pussies if you ask me, but not even on some like tough guy shit. It's the fact that there's like 30 people standing around doing literally nothing while this employee gets assaulted. Yet then everyone wants to go around and complain, oh, no one wants to fucking work anymore, man. Why don't people just do their job and be happy doing it? I don't know, probably because they're getting paid $11 an hour at 4 o'clock in the morning to get fucking physically assaulted by rowdy spectators and pieces of shit that are walking down the street. Maybe that has something to do with why people don't want to work in these jobs. Maybe the fact that, you know, being paid $175 a week to work this kind of bullshit just isn't necessarily worth it. Don't you think maybe that has something to do with it? Like, these people genuinely don't get paid enough, man. This person could be making $25 an hour and they wouldn't be getting paid enough to deal with this bullshit. Now, thankfully, there is a semi-good ending to the story here, actually. So these 3 women, from my understanding of the situation, from what I've heard online, have actually been arrested for what happened, believe it or not. You can't just walk into a store, cause thousands of dollars of property damage, throw shit at employees, you know, damage all of their goods, throw their supplies all around, ruin everything, and then just get away with it. It's almost like when people videotape you by the dozens committing a fucking severe crime, there's bound to be consequences to your actions. I've been saying this for years, man. If you've been a long-time viewer of the channel, you really know this is the truth, but when I say clout is a disease, and people love recording themselves committing fucking crimes, bro. I don't get it. Like, you know you're on camera. The store obviously has cameras. There's no way a store in New York City doesn't have cameras. It's one of the biggest cities in the world, okay? You have a whole bunch of people recording you from the back. You have the employee that you're assaulting recording you from the front. And I don't know what they thought. I don't know if they thought the police were gonna look at the videotape and be like, oh, well, no crime committed here. Have fun, ladies. So now these women get to sit in a fucking jail cell and cry because they're living the broke life in jail. All because, I don't know, they couldn't wait 5 minutes for fresh fries or something. I don't really know what the fucking situation was. It doesn't really justify it at the end of the day. When I see videos like this, man, I just kind of wonder, like, man, what would these people's parents think? You know what I mean? Like, What do you think their moms feel right now when they turn on the news and they see, man, my daughter's a real piece of fucking human garbage. That's my daughter in that viral video being the biggest piece of shit possible, man. Like, I really wonder what they feel like, you know? I'm sure these people don't care. They don't give a shit about really anything. But at the end of the day, man, like, it's kind of sad because, like, the parents probably could have prevented their kids from acting like garbage if they just raised them correctly. But honestly, man, I want to see the video of them in the courtroom when the judge, like, slams the hammer down on them and they're fucking crying their eyes out because they didn't do anything and they think that they're fucking innocent and, you know, there was no consequences for their actions or anything. I just want to see what they look like when they hear found guilty on all charges. I just really want to hear what that sounds like and what that looks like, man. Anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubTheOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my channel members. Your support helps my channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, watching this bullshit and signing out.